Abusheni, Inhlikani, Imadambala Manene. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to yet another episode of Second Chances with Sophia V. This week I'm doing something a little bit different, which is a get to know me tag, because I feel like you don't know me. The one moment there was YouTube, and this one random day there was Second Chances with Sophia V. Who is this person behind Second Chances with Sophia V? Why are we here? Why is she up on our screens giving us advices and awareness on depression? Don't worry, I've never given you a chance, but today I'm here to fix it. I have jotted down a few questions that I will be answering shortly. But first, my name is Vutomi Sophia Chabalala and I'm 28 years old. Vutomi means life, and that is the V to the Second Chances with Sophia V. Now sit back, relax, and let's get to know each other. I have a total of 15 questions. If you want to keep track of it, do you boo? But yeah, let's get right into it. Question number 1. Where did you grow up? I think I really need to explain this because there's no straight or one simple answer. So my dad was a reverend, right? And in the church that he was a reverend in, they have this rooster that they do. So they rotate their reverends around to the different branches every other, I think 3 to 5 years. So basically that means that we moved around quite a lot. I don't even remember some of the places that we stayed at, but I do know that we moved around quite a lot. So I spent most of my childhood in Bushbuckridge, but I was actually born in Limpopo, Tzaneen, Kowankowa, Letaba Hospital. But I believe that's where my mom went simply to give birth. But then we went to stay in Bushbuckridge from the time I was born up until about, I don't know, when I started grade 1. Then we moved to Elim, where we stayed up until I was in grade 4. Then I moved to because due to school I was staying in Polokwane for about a year. Then we moved again, we stayed in Kowankowa, which is where I would sort of say that is home for me. But if you ever hear anyone saying that they raised me, they're most probably right. I belong to the world. We've moved around quite a lot between Mpumalanga and Limpopo. So yeah, currently home, when I say home, I'm referring to Limpopo, even though that's also debated. That's also another discussion, because wow, really, yeah, straight, where did I grow up? I grew up in a lot of places, but yeah, those are the main provinces where I grew up: Limpopo and Mpumalanga. So next question, where do you currently live? I currently live in Gauteng, Johannesburg. Describe your first crush. I will actually do a story time sometime in the future when we've reached the 1,000 mark subscribers, because wow, it is a story on its own. So basically my first crush that I can correctly remember was in grade 6, and it was quite interesting because I ended up dating my first crush, but the twist is that my 4 best friends also dated him. So basically my first crush, my first boyfriend, was also my 4 friends' best friend, and we all dated him at the same time. Yeah. So who was your childhood best friend? Like I said, we moved around quite a lot. And for that, and in total, let's do this, please count with me how many schools in total I went to. So I think I went to 2 preschools. I don't remember much, but I went to a lot of preschools. Then grade 1 up until grade 3, I went to Masungulo Primary School, which is based in Elim, Sopansberg. Masungulo Primary School, so that's one school. I went grade 1 till grade 4. I went to Masungulo Primary School. Grade 5, I went to Millennium College, which is in Madiba Park in Polokwane. Grade 6 and 7, I went to Ritaru Primary School in Kowankowa. I hope you're keeping track with me. Grade 8, I went to Northern Academy in Polokwane. Grade grade 8, 9, 10 and 11, half of 11 I actually went to Hudson Tsangwesi Secondary School. Then the last one I went to Meridian College for my grade 12. So given the number of schools that I've already listed that I went to, that's just the number of friends that I collected in life. So when people are collecting valuable things in life, I honestly collect people. So when I say, when I'm constantly being asked, who's your best friend, who are your childhood friends, I have friends in all those different phases of my life, in each and every single area of my life, and I'm still very much in contact with all of them. Even though I might not keep in contact as much as I would love to with all of them, but I'm still very much in contact with them. So I don't have that one name that I can give you, because I have so many childhood friends, and a lot of them are still in my life, the likes of Lane. So yes, I have a lot. Next question. What is your relationship status? I am married and proudly so in community of property. Bang! I am just joking. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm not married. I am currently not in a relationship, but this is a question that I get quite a lot. So honestly, truth be told, right, I'm single and I'm not looking, but a lot of people, more especially those that are close to me, knowing that I have gone through a divorce, most of the time when I tell them that I am not looking for a relationship, they think that I'm crazy. And also when men are pursuing you and you told them that you are not interested in a relationship, they kind of push back. So most of the time I lie to people. I tell them I'm in a relationship, and I even give them a name. Yes, my husband's name is Mark, and we are married in community of property. He is white and he is from somewhere overseas. You have not met him, so please respect. What social media are you addicted to? I'm not necessarily addicted, because I have a very busy schedule, but if I had to choose one that I engage a lot on, it will have to be WhatsApp. And the reason for that, number one, is because it's cheap. Yes, I'm a cheapskate. I don't even have Wi-Fi where I stay. I normally buy data, so I'm stingy when it comes to buying data. So yes, WhatsApp is my go-to place, and I think I have a lot of personalities. So WhatsApp is the one place, because I get to control who comes into my space. So that is the one place where I upload a lot of nonsense without being judged, and my people just laugh away. So I feel like I have a lot of control when it comes to WhatsApp. So that is my go-to space, go-to social media. So what is the one thing that you wish people knew about you? That I'm delicious. I'm joking. So what is the one thing I wish people knew about me? Okay, it would have to be, I think a lot of people, more especially those that find me or that get into contact or get to know me via social media, they tend to think that I'm intimidating and I'm very strict, and that is not the case. I mean, being intimidating is not the worst thing on earth, because you eliminate a few people that you don't like, but overall I'm a very kind person. And although I'm very protective of my space, I do love people. I love people, and in general, I'm a very kind person. I wish that is something that people knew about me, because most of the time I decline invitations to go out and hang out with people, and I think it's a safety measure. But some people may tend to interpret it as in like I see myself too much, which is also once again not the worst thing on earth, because if I don't, who else will? But yeah, that is the one misconception that people have about me, that I am uptight. I am not, because I'm funny. I am funny. Sometimes I don't even do it intentionally. I promise you, if you get to know me, you will see that I am funny and I'm not strict. I promise you. So what is your idea of a dream date? Food. food. I don't care where we go, whether it's downtown or up street, as long as there is food, I am there. And yes, as long as there's food. And I really love energy. We could go to the most expensive place, but then the energy that you give me is like down. So for me, it's all about the energy, and it's about food, and we are good to go. Don't invite me for movies or anything else. As long as there is food, I am happy. Everything else that comes after that, those are extras. Food. If you are wearing a perfume, what scent is it? Motherhood. Perfumes. I don't wear perfume, and I think that is because growing up I had a little sister who had asthma, so she used to get asthma attacks quite a lot. And also, you know, when you wear a strong scent, it used to like affect her, so I just simply never bothered to use perfume. So, and also as I grew up, when I fell pregnant and tried to use perfume, my partner reacted badly to that, so I decided to stop. So if ever I normally rock my natural scent, but if ever I go somewhere or you come across me and I smell good, most probably give the person who's next to me credit, because I don't own a single perfume, and the perfumes that I do have here in the house, none of them are mine. So I cannot even tell you what scent I would be wearing, because I probably picked it up somewhere in the house, or the person that I'm sitting next to probably at me twice, but I normally don't wear perfume. And I think I smell good. My natural scent is a very good one, so you won't get affected anyhow, trust me. What is your favorite song? Anything that is Whitney Houston, that is Mariah Carey. I love it, I know every song, I know every lyric. So yeah, so in terms of my genre of music, I love rhythm and blues, I love golden oldies, I love gospel, and it's normally international gospel, with an exception of my Rebecca Malupi. Yes, I love to sing. Whether I can or not, that is debatable, but I would advise you not to, because guys, I've had depression, so please don't try me, okay? Let's leave it there. I can sing. There's a reason why I got the nickname of Beyonce. There's a reason. So let's just leave it at that. I love to sing, I love to dance, and I'm very loud. So yeah, my favorite song, give me anything that is in the Edizondi repertoire, I'll sing along. I love it. What is your favorite book? Honestly speaking, I'm a very good writer. I've written articles for newspapers, I've written articles for online magazines, but I am not a reader. There is not a single novel that I've started and actually finished. So in terms of books, unless I have to read, I have to study, or I have to read something, I will not read it. I have a few people that have bought me books as gifts, and truth be told, I have not opened those books, and I do communicate that openly. I do like reading online articles, I do research, but that is as far as it goes. Beyond school textbooks, I don't read books. I honestly don't. I tried, but it's just not my scene. Nope. I do not. What sport did you used to play? Men. Juggling men. I'm joking. What sport did I used to play? I played a lot of sports as a child, but the one thing that was common is the one thing that was consistent in my life, it has been athletics. I even belong to an athletic club, excuse my French, an athletic club. So I'm very athletic. I mean, that's why I think I still have my body. Even now, I still jog a lot. I enjoy running more than anything, but it is no longer a sport. But also, one of my favorite things that I've ever done in my life was ballroom dancing, my brother and I, we belong to a club. He at a later stage in life, he also started his own professional studio where we were doing ballroom dancing, and yes, it is an official sport. So next question, what is your favorite feature? So a lot of people say I have big eyes, right? Can you see them? They say I have big, beautiful eyes. Yeah, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know what they're talking about. Apparently they're round, they're big, beautiful and round, but I don't see it. Probably because I look at my face in the mirror every day, so maybe I'm just over it and I got used to it. But for me, my favorite feature in my body has got to be this. Bang! This long ostrich legs. Yes, I love my legs. That is my favorite feature. They're strong, beautiful, and yes, they have the vavavoom. That's why when I walk, literally when I walk, the way they're so long, when I walk, it's like yes, I love my legs. I love my legs. Which question did I leave out? Which question did I leave out? Who is your best friend now? I've already said that I collect friends for a living, and I do have a lot of friends. I know a lot. There's a difference between knowing a lot of people and being friends with people. So I've managed to differentiate that category. I know a lot of people and I have a smaller circle of friends, but then if I had to pick out, and I think all my friends will agree, my one best friend has to be Hepiri Khotso. I mean, this guy, it's like by now he's my blood, he is my liver, he is my soul, he is my everything. And the reason why I say he is my best friend is because there is not a single thing that he would not do for me. For example, in 2019 there was a full month whereby my son and I were sick, and he literally moved into the house with me so that he can take care of us. Whenever I need him, he plays the fatherly role to my son. Whenever needed, he pretends to be my boyfriend. Whenever required, I mean, he's able to wear an apron and rock the cushion. He helps me at family events. He's that friend that does not care about statuses. I mean, I can take him to an upmarket event, and he can also go down back home with me to Limpopo, and he would be scrubbing the floor with me. He does not care. And most of all, he protects me. And I mean, I remember there was a time where I was struggling financially. He knew that, but he wanted to protect my dignity, so he would just come and take my car. He would borrow my car, even though he has his own car. He would just borrow my car, then fill it up with petrol and bring it back, because because I didn't have it in me to ask. But as a friend, he could see. There are also some times whereby I was running low on grocery, and because he wanted to protect my dignity, he would just say he's coming to visit for a weekend, and he would rock up with plastic bags full of grocery just so I would not have to feel some type of way. So when it comes to Happy, he's emotionally fragile, so he's not one that I would always tell my deepest, darkest moments to, but he can normally pick up on my energy, so he will just come sit next to me and until I'm okay. So yes, Hepiri Khotso, he's my blood, man. He's my man. If he ate fish, I believe that I would be his type of fish, but unfortunately, yeah, we are looking for the same thing. So yeah, for now he would just have to work as a best friend. And yeah, yes, that is the end of my funny get to know me tag, and I felt that it was very important for me to do that so that you guys can get to see the real me, because every time I get behind the camera and I have to share information or something, I have done research and I need to compose myself, but I don't get to show my personality or who I truly am. But so this is me on a daily basis. Don't be afraid to get in touch with me on the different social media platforms. Let's get to know each other even more. But even before I wrap up the video, I cannot talk about myself and not talk about depression, and that is why I'm going to close it off with two most important questions. And the first question that most people normally ask me is, in terms of my mental health, where am I? And all I have to say is, I'm back. depression took away so much from me, including my personality, including the bubbly me. And where am I with my mental health? I am healed. I am back, and I'll be preaching more about healing, because I want people to get their old self back, but not their old self back, because you do not go through things to be the same person again. You want to upgrade a bit. You want those situations to take you and elevate you to a place you've never been before. And lastly, why did I start my YouTube channel? And the answer is quite simple. One, I love money, and I know that YouTube will make me money someday. But most importantly, and on a more serious note, the reason why I started a YouTube channel is because from a very young age, I've been talking to people, doing awareness for different things, and having gone through the experience that I went through in terms of depression and seeing the stigma around depression. I wanted to raise awareness and teach people about depression, teach people about, most importantly, about healing. And I've seen that ever since I started openly talking about depression, a lot of people have written to me and they've wanted advices. And to a certain extent, I felt like I'm repeating the same advice over and over again. I thought sometimes when someone in the middle of the night is feeling at the lowest point and they need someone to reach out to, and everyone is sleeping, what can they do? So I want this platform, I want my YouTube channel to be a place where people can access advice at any point in time if they feel like they're not ready to open up to someone, but at least they can listen to different people's stories or even my story and get something out of it. I think YouTube has been the biggest platform with the biggest audience that I've received. I've spoken in events where there's about 100 people, and I celebrated thinking that is the greatest audience I'll ever have. But with the support that I've been receiving from you guys, with the views I've been seeing, that I'm now able to reach a broader audience, and for that I just want to say thank you. And yeah, I look forward to sharing more awareness, to share more videos with you, and to share more of me with you. But first, remember to subscribe. Yes, hit the subscribe button. As soon as we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will do a story time, even though that is not the main point of having the channel, but it's very important to mix a bit of business with pleasure, because that is just who I am. And yes, see you again soon in the next channel. Remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment.